Hello,
Hello.
hello. Can you see and hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I
Yeah,
can.
yeah. I told you that Robert would be here. Yes.
Hello. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not quite sure what this the format of this meeting is, but yeah.
No,
Is it?
it's just a normal meeting. Where just I've already have your executive review form, and if you want to add some more points to it, that's it. Otherwise, I've got your issues. I've got your concerns, so which I can forward to the partners as well.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not sure if there is any. I mean, I've spoken to you a lot, and I've been very candid and open with you about everything. I've always been comfortable to do that, so I thank you for that. And it's it to me, it's all with regret. It's all with regret that I've had to do this. I intended to work for at least another 3 or 4 years. I'm fit and able to do that, especially doing a job that I enjoy so much, which that was me spot on. I just feel that wasn't is the word reciprocated or acknowledged or seen by my managers. I've looked back at appraisals and things like that, and it's just it's none of it's there. There's not been any recognition. The only person that's ever given me recognition, other than yourself as HR, which I understand, has been David. And I did ask several times if I could, for the last 9, 10, 11 months, if I could swap management. But due to the current, the structure, it would still mean I would be under that leg of things, if you see what I mean, under that. Yeah. So I think that would have made a great difference because being me, I like to do a good job, and I know that I do, but I like to know that that's been recognised by the people who should be recognising it, not the business manager, the partners, the HR person. They are, although I appreciate it, and from colleagues and from patients, totally recognised, but not from the people who are line managing me, who should be the ones, in theory, that it's all coming through to me. It never. In the early days, 1.5, 2 years ago, yeah, it was. But then I started to get this micromanagement going on. It's a word that I didn't even know what the word meant, but it's definitely that when I read the definition of it, and being inappropriately managed for some things. And I'll be absolutely honest, and I don't want to sound big-headed, that I knew better than they did, especially around IT related and about communication. My major thing has always been communication. I even submitted that formally to my line manager about communication. Nothing's come back. Not a thing. Not even, we've considered your points and we don't think they're correct. This is the reason. Nothing. Nothing. Not thank you for your blah, blah, blah. It's good to see that you're taking an interest, or nothing. You submitted my sort of informal grievance, which we didn't take formally, I know that, which would have been the next step. No one except you has come to me and said, how are you? No one has said, come to me. To me, after you've obviously approached them or approached the partners or whatever it is your process is, my managers, one of them at least, should come to me and say, Malcolm, yeah, we've seen what your concerns are, what your issues are. Let's talk about this. How do we move forward with this? Nothing. I've been expecting it, and you think these people are managers. They should be considering what it is I've complained about, what my agreement. Nothing. It's all from you, nothing else. I believe, and this is only an assumption, they're playing lip service to what you're telling them. I don't believe. I think it's an insult to you, because you are doing a fantastic job. You are applying the rules, regulations, and giving the support to staff, just like HR should. And I'm sorry, Mohammed, I don't think they take you in. I don't think they take you seriously. I really
Yes.
don't. And I'm not trying. I don't want to make you feel bad or demotivate you about your job, because I think you should be very motivated about the way you are with people. Other people, totally, members of staff. What a great guy! Yeah, he's always there for you. But where does this flow from? And this is why I had to give up, because
Mm.
those individuals are of a high grade and very powerful. And have I said what I need to say? Do you think? Do you think I've said
No,
what?
I got your concern even before. And if you remember, like when we met in a training center, and I asked you just hold fire for your resignation, and I've given an option. At least if you can give
Yes,
us
you
that
did,
second
and I
thought,
appreciate that. I
and
appreciate that.
hopefully I can take this to the board of partners and try to resolve the issue. But still, David has met you, I think,
I
outside
think
work.
I
And
think that, yeah, my fear is, and I appreciate that, and I do believe you will be able to achieve that, and I do believe the partners will listen to you. I do believe that, but that doesn't mean to say that my life would have continued any better,
yeah,
because it became so personal. Yeah,
yeah,
it wasn't professional, which is what it should have been.
yeah.
You know, you you could totally dislike me as a person.
Mm,
I don't know, but I know you behave professionally. Yeah.
mm,
And that doesn't matter what you think
yeah.
of me
But
personally.
but see, but still, it's still, when I'm suggesting or advising board of partner, they have listened to me, and they've agreed upon so many things which I've given as a suggestion to them. So
They know about
I
this, do they?
yes, so I have, because you came to me first time with the informal grievance. I've tried to resolve it, and I think to some extent it was resolved because you were happy with that email, and with some sort of the behavior from the manager. But this was the second time, and you had just taken a very like immediate decision of to resign. So at least if you have given me a second chance to protect you,
I,
or maybe to fight for you.
Mohammed, it was. I know that you would have done within your power what you could. I know you would have done, and I agree, and I fully see that. I've just had experience of working 4 years with people that have no no drive to do what is right for people. From the 6 months of being there, I think I've given you details of it. I was belittled by two members of staff. One of them's no longer there. It was the person before Elaine, and I was made to feel that big over a job that I applied for internally, and they thought I should have got it, but the other side, as they used to call them, Cats and Villa being the other side, told me I was too overqualified. I was marched up to the. Did I ever told you this story?
No, you didn't
No.
tell me.
I was only been there 6 or 7 months, and I was by Elaine was taken upstairs to Joe. Sorry, by Maddie, I was taken upstairs to Joe, who was the manager then, the operations manager, and I was completely spoken to about the other side and about how awful it is. And then I got taken to the education centre by Joe and Maddie to discuss it more privately, giving me a rundown of how they consider people are the best for the job. and when she interviewed Maddie, she knew Maddie wasn't qualified, but it was her gut feeling, and all this sort of thing. It's given me such, and this is when it started, and I thought to myself at the time, this isn't very professional here. It was very, very, the top people were talking down about other members of staff to somebody who was a pay band grade 2 at the time. Yeah, I was just so shocked because, as you know, I've been a manager for many years, and you just don't do that. You behave like David behaves. Yeah, the only 2 people I've met there that behave professionally, okay, or should people. These people of your level, if you like, should be behaving in a professional manner, and it just gets to a stage where you just can't go on anymore. So it's not just what's happened. This has been the icing on the cake, as you say. Things are built up and built up and built up, and spoken to. It's all documented. I've got all the emails. I've got everything where things happened and everything. Luckily, I kept them all. And I was looking, because I'm sorting through my emails to get rid of everything, delete everything out the other system. And I thought, shall I delete this? I thought, oh my God. And I start to read it. My stomach turns. It's just it. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. All right. I'll be quiet.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, Robert. I'm more than happy to Robert to contribute if he wants to. He's been my pillar over the last few days.
Howard was saying about giving you a second chance to be able to go through things, but it was the reaction of Maddie, Sam, and Elaine to the fact that you had made a complaint was to go completely the opposite way, and just ignore you and take work away from you.
If I thought that my managers would have respected the channels that were coming to them saying this isn't that, this is Malcolm this Malcolm that, and you believe blah blah blah, that you believe it should be this and that, and I thought they would have respected that and listened to you. I may have considered that, but they are just not professional people. They don't know that the gossip is amazing,
and their reaction was to actually
So it went from micromanaging, Malcolm, this and that. I've got it all. I think you should remove that and put a colon. This is going. These messages should be read by what we consider people of the mental age of 13. When we send out documentation to the patients, it must be written for an age of 13. That's the NHS ruling. I think something like that, so that it's going to capture everybody. And yet, I'm being picked up on. That shouldn't be a comma. That should be a colon. This should be a semicolon. For goodness sake, this is basic, straightforward sentences that are going out to people. Start putting all of that in there, But that was my way of doing it. I was the communications officer. I was never really allowed to communicate without it going through someone. I know how to communicate. I know how to do. I know about lots of things, but you don't then come up and say, "Let me see. That's good. I like that bit. Yeah, but I can see where you're going on this. But we need to. Okay. Let me have a think about it."
But it then ended up being that things were sidelined because.
But yeah, this is what I'm going into. And then let me think about it. Okay. 3-4 months later, nothing. Sam, what about that? I'll get a chance to look at it. She's my manager. I'm putting in suggestions of efficiencies, suggestions of customer focus, all the things that are the main things of a successful business. And they are in my job description, of course. I presented all my things. You was at my interview.
Yeah.
All of those things, I would say all of those things I mentioned I want to do at that interview, I attempted to start. Some of the things I did achieve, but then it's sort of taken away by 3 people that resented I was doing it. And as long as it's not to the detriment of my day-to-day activities, when has it ever? If they come back and say, Malcolm, that isn't being done. Malcolm, that isn't being done. Why tell me, I pick up a piece of work for David, project work. I start going with it, mainly from home on my own time. I know that's wrong, but that's what I did because I enjoyed doing it. My day-to-day work never suffered, but it's always mentioned, was David giving you another job? Wish he wouldn't do this. And I said, don't talk to me about what he should and shouldn't do. Go and speak to him. It's not my problem. And then I get, well, maybe, and I think you even said it to me, Mohammed, maybe if David asked me to do something, I should go and tell them that David asked me to do something. I could, but you try getting in to see Sam when it's always got not to be disturbed on the door, or knock and wait, and you knock and wait and nothing happens. I just sort of go and get on with the blinking thing. And I think David should have been liaising with her, saying, Sam, I'd like to borrow Malcolm to set up this project. Does that fit in with what? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Sam comes to see me and says, Malcolm, can you pop over and see David? What an easy concept. And that is, all right, that may be slightly David's problem as well. And I think he's realised that, and he did start to do things differently. So, I mean, I used to have to, before David was partner, he used to say, that's really great. Can you add this? Can you do that? And I said, have you spoken to them over there about this? And he would say, don't worry about that. Leave that with me. No, you didn't.
But then you actually started to be excluded from things.
That's why. Well, it's all on there, but about me being excluded and decisions were being made about things, and I should have been involved in at least in a email to say this is what we've done, And it was never the last meeting for the new System Connect, and I sat there from home. Only at last time because she'd forgotten to invite me to a meeting about a new IT system. Okay, I wasn't on but Adrian was, but I wasn't, and Adrian's on holiday. So, it's sitting there. Oh, sorry, Malcolm. Yeah, I've added you now. But would you mind? This was last minute. Just got home, went on it, and we went through this whole meeting. Somebody from ICB, there was David, Maddie, and Sam. They go through all the points with ICB. Maddie, yeah, we've got that sorted. I've been doing that. As Sam saying, yeah, we've got that under control, blah, blah, blah. And it was going like that. And then there was about second point to the end, they wanted the URL changing on the website. Oh, do you think you're better do that for us, Malcolm? It's a bit like asking the cleaner, don't forget to clean the toilet.
They actually end up making your job worthless.
It was worthless. It really was worthless. And I consider that I know from David, from the other partners, that my contribution has made a difference. You speak to Ben Rackham, he will say, my contribution there has made a big difference. He said that to me. It should be my manager telling me that. Ben should be telling my manager that, maybe. I don't know. But, yeah. So I can't thank you enough for at least trying. And you did what you had to do. And that's why when you talked about a second chance to have a go and see if you can sort it, I'm 95% sure it would have made things even worse, because you're asking people to do something that's not in their nature. And we all know, if you're not naturally a people person, it doesn't come. And when you do it, you can see that it's in fact, yeah. So that I've been there. I know. I don't want to keep bragging about me, but I've done all the people skills and what's expected, and counselling skills and all of that. I've done all of that about listening, even though I talk a lot. But listening, I do know how to listen. But I don't like silence. That's the thing. Because you're not coming back to me, on saying things, it makes me say more. But maybe I should shut up and leave it there.
No, that's completely fine because most of the things which you have not mentioned in the exit interview form, so at least I'll continue. So are you happy if I can?
Which bits have I not mentioned? Sorry. Just generally speaking, I thought I'd mention it.
No, my point. Yeah, generally speaking, so are you happy? Like, I can make a report for the partners and just send it to them, and make your concern more, and in a way that is more serious. It's not like, because people, they look at the form as a procedure, but when I provide my own report to them, that it's not a normal thing. It's beyond like seriousness. At least as a person who has left, they have more concern about the management, I think, about the job description.
For example, a different personality would take it on the chin, get on with their work. Yeah, that's what a lot of people would do, and I know that's what a lot of people have done. Yeah. Some people would even stand there and argue with them, or most people would just say, okay, whatever you say, and walk away. That's not me. If somebody says something to me and it's not right, I speak out, which is good practice, definitely good practice. And you start to do it very gently and making suggestions. Do you think this might work better if we was to do this? And but if that gets totally ignored, it's like they think, I can see it. Why is Malcolm thinking he's doing our job? Don't. I want to help them. I want to work with my managers. I want to say that, actually, Sam, the way you do that, do you think, what do you think? Blah, blah, blah. But that causes resentment. She doesn't like it. I designed a new pamphlet for the waiting room. The one that she had there was just A4 printed website. I designed it with little it will catch the eye. People of 13 years of age need to pick that up and be able to read it. That's what I've been told. Yeah, with a graphic next to it. Blah blah blah. Oh, that must be about appointments. Or that must be about blood tests. Because it's got a little symbol. And she said, I'll have a look at it. She said, but I've already got one. Okay, I said, well, would you like me to take yours and mine and merge them together and come up with something, I'm doing her job. You know what I mean? And I'll have a look. Nothing. That was 3 months ago. It's what I should be doing. I don't just sit there and wait for Mohammed to say my printer's not working. I don't just wait for the gateway to go down. While I'm waiting for those things to happen, I've got these other things, aspirations going on. And okay. Yeah, I know you know my job description.
yeah, definitely, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. So my job, as I told you in my earlier meeting, like, at least I wanted to help you in a way, but like when you decided to resign, so at this point I can only just raise your concern and make a report for partners, just to help them to understand what you have gone through all this for 4 years. So that's what I can do. Even still, the exit interview, the main purpose is at least to take the concern, like what are your issues, and try to resolve it. And in most of the cases, if employee wanted to withdraw resignation, at least if there's some hope, if you can see it, so we can do that. But I think maybe you have told David about it, like you have this made up your mind, and you can't take back your decision. So
I have a sense of relief, even though I felt guilty because of the people, because of the colleagues who I have worked with, who have been fantastic. There's some fantastic people there. I've been putting together a letter to send to them, but I wanted to get David's approval first before I send it out. It's nothing other than apologies for not saying goodbye, blah blah, and thank you. You've been a wonderful crowd to work with. The usual sort of thing. But I can send it to you as well. See what you think. But I mean, I don't know if you know, but I'm meeting David on Monday. Did you know?
No, I don't.
Yeah, not in a professional capacity. Okay, just to make that clear.
Yeah,
he's meeting me to buy me a coffee.
Okay,
and just to say goodbye and thank you. I think that's all he's doing it for, which is lovely. Which is in my opinion, a good manager.
No, definitely. And also one more thing, when I'm just preparing a report for board of partners, you want a feedback from me?
It's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. If I mean, I don't know. Whatever the process is, Mohammed. I mean, this has anybody seen my exit interview yet? Has David seen it?
Yeah, I've sent it to David. Yeah,
David's seen it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wondered if you still want to have coffee with me now. I don't know.
No, definitely. No. It's your right to raise the concern, and we don't want to discriminate someone based on the issues they have raised. It's against the law, because you shouldn't be treating differently, because you have concern. It doesn't mean even if you have concern about me. So when I'm talking to you, so that's completely different. Is here. So
no difficulty talking to you.
Yeah.
Only the fact that I hounded you for that message the other day asking have you received it. I was so concerned about that because I never got a response, and I was doing it in the car.
No, actually, and the Google Forms is there's I think there's an issue. I'm not getting emails once somebody submit. I have to go, and I was on annual leave because it was a long weekend plus for the annual leave, so I didn't go through.
But I say you're very naughty, Mohammed, because you was told not to use Google Forms.
No, that was the concern for return to, and I don't know from where this came up, because because even David was saying Google Forms are fine, it is secure. Like, what happened with the Google Form? So, but all of a sudden one day. And they asked me to stop using for return to work interview, but they haven't asked me for exit interview, for reference check, for other forms. So so I'm still using it because
inconsistency again.
because I know I have my own ways of doing things, because it is so. But I've sent it to you.
It achieves the end goal. That's fine, isn't it?
So one more thing you have mentioned, that if I'm happy to inform all the staff about your departure, that's fine. Like because all me, like I'm sending to all the staff, like Dr. Manjeet when he retired.
Yes, I did. I put it was on Facebook. I don't know if you saw it. I've retired.
No, I have not seen it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know when you change your employment status on Facebook?
All right.
I said I didn't want it to say Beccles Medical Centre anymore, so I changed it and it says retired. So I've not necessarily retired, but I mean that's what me and David agreed I would say to stop any confusion or anything. But yeah.
And also you can send a goodbye message to your colleagues if you want. So there's no issue. And you can you're allowed. You can just say goodbye or to anyone you want to say.
It's one of the things I really feel bad about.
Yeah. No, definitely you can say it, like there's no harm in it, and like so I was waiting for your confirmation. So like since we have met today, so maybe in by end of the day I will send a good luck message to all about you, like so at least as people come to know that from the HR it came to all of them.
Yeah, you need to do what is right, and obviously you need to do that at some point. So yeah. No problem.
No, I would just meet. I just waiting for the exit interview meeting, so at least I can have your concern face to face, and then I can send it to all. Yeah.
Anything else?
Yeah. Anything else?
Don't think so.
Okay.
No. I mean, I'm actually working from home Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing my best, but as you know, we fly off to Thailand on Tuesday. We're just in the middle of having the whole house decorated because so we've got lots going on. So I'm going to try and have you calculated because obviously my annual leave would have been calculated differently now, so I'm not quite sure how that works. Whether it means I'm going to be short of money.
No, I will check with Eliana and I will let you know by Monday.
That's fine. Yeah.
That's fine, yeah.
It's just
I think you have some carry forward from the previous year, so I think it should be fine. I think it should be fine.
I don't mind whatever. I mean, whatever it is, I know. I realise that because my last day is the 19th. Is it 19th of June? My official last day.
think I've just met 16. If you can give me a moment, I can come.
No, that's fine. Then. That's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever the correct procedure is as far as dates, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay.
But
So
I've been communicating. I mean, I've been working all day yesterday, and there's been messages going back with Maddie and Sam, and I've been doing again extra stuff. I discovered some videos that she might find useful. You know, it's just me. I could just turn around, but don't see why I should. But because at the end of the day, it's the patients that benefit.
Yeah,
Always.
definitely. Yeah.
Always. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine. So I think in your acceptance of resignation, I've mentioned 16 or 13. I'm not sure. I mean,
I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. Whatever's on there is fine.
Okay.
Whatever you put.
Yeah, but I will try to reconfirm and send you an email on that as well.
That's lovely.
All right. Okay. So
all right, Mohammed. Thank you. Maybe I'll see you around. I don't know, but you know, it'd be.
So definitely, if you're coming to meet David on Monday, so I'll be on.
He's coming to meet me
outside. Okay.
He's coming to Lowestoft. He's coming to Lowestoft.
Okay, he's coming to Lowestoft. Okay, yeah. No problem. Anyways, I'll be on site. You know, like Monday, Tuesday. Yeah. And if you want to meet outside somewhere, so I'm happy to meet. Not an issue with me.
That's brilliant, and thank you for all your support and help. It's
definitely. You take care. Have a lovely journey, and thank you, Robert.
Thank you.
You take.
Okay, bye bye.
Yeah, nice meeting. Bye bye.